Hello everybody, welcome back to Roulette Rivals World Championship 2025. This is Group B match between the Rieper 47 and GLeBaLK. Will be GLeBaLK's second game of 3 for today, so good luck to him in this endeavor. Rieper audio tad loud. A little bit. Yeah. And yeah, back to the match at hand. We'll be starting in Reaper's choice of Chongqing, then heading over to Ambrose, chosen by GLeBaLK, and finally our third and RNG map will be Isle of Scale, which we will see regardless of what happens in the first two ones. And yeah, without further ado, we are a minute 20 seconds away from our first spin, so just a short bit before we're getting the this group stage match underway once again. GLeB speed running to group stage. Yeah, I think, yeah, he was in one of the four 8 player groups, and after today he's gonna be at 6 games played, so I think he's gonna have one more game to play after today, which will be in the same situation as Cobalt is currently, which is a little different. Is this a group of 7? I thought this was a group of 8. One of the 4-8 groups. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But either way, he's either gonna be done or one game short of being done, so we'll see how it goes after getting this match started with Hush Electrocution as the board member and Imogen Drowning as homeless person. Interesting spin there, both conditions that are not really that traditional, but there are still ways to do them. Okay, it should be back. Yeah, this has been happening a lot. I don't know why, if it could just be an OBS issue, but it could be ISP issue. I don't know. But yeah, either way, we're getting a restaurant start both ways with immediate grab on the board member, both sides. Difference now, routing past that, GLeB going towards the skywalk, Rieper going through the apartment block, and I imagine I am a little behind both ways, so I'll just quickly refresh them both. There should be more on track before anything happens. And yeah, Rieper has in fact made his way right below Hush, and GLeB just making his way to the top floor as well as I speak. So now we'll see what kind of electrocution is in store for either one. It looks like Rieper will be going for a Seeker Dart. GLeB will be buffering his board member down there at the guards, but curious as to what the electrocution plan is. He's gonna go for a 2 drone, it looks like, as Rieper clearing out the Reaper clearing out the deprivation room to make his way across the window into the bathroom. Obviously hostile the whole way through. Can't really go through the main door. And Gleb has, looks like, got the...
What?
Looks like he has got the huge drone, but I will see whether he can actually pull off the electrocution. It looks like having a bit of trouble here now. Where Rieper has got the knockdown onto Hush, so he's gonna have to be quick with this because obviously the sync will be heard, I'm pretty sure, but instant detonation on the taser. There goes Hush. He's got the bastard Hush. And out the window he goes before anyone is any wiser. So Hush will be found for Reaper, no issue though, because it is a accident kill. Now GLeBaLK on the other side, currently paused, probably looking for an alternative spot to do the electrocution or a way to do the electrocution in the manner he was hoping for. As Rieper currently now making his way out the block. Little lost, but gets to a staircase at the end. Now for taking care of the cameras, now he has to go get his homeless person, and he does have one more seeker dart, which will be for Imogen. As GLeBaLK on the other side trying to go for a knockout on the Hush, but fortunately getting caught doing it, and will be a restart for him. So Rieper now in a fairly considerable lead. There's the homeless person grab. And even a little precaution drag there because you can get wall hacked while doing that. Now GLeBaLK in the menu still waiting, so Reaper's lead extending the longer he does stay there and eventually does come back. Getting the second attempt for him started now. And Rieper now making his way out the block. Will be going down to the facility. I'm not really sure where exactly Imogen will be at this time, but if you want to take it, I'm more than happy to just give it out because this evidently will not work. I genuinely don't know what it is at this point.
Access granted.
Should be back. But yeah, I don't know.
Access granted.
Either way, yeah, Reaper will be with that unfortunate predicament there, restarting as well, so we'll see a bit of Chung more GLeB clearing out the block. Probably behind again.
Negative. Keep those eyes peeled.
Yeah, GLeB going for a 2-drone again. Rieper once again going up to Hush as the board member. GLeBaLK fortunately getting caught shooting the drones, so will be another restart for him. Rieper again getting ready with the Seeker. There it is. Now just gotta get to the bathroom, clear out the test subject, and execute plan again. GLeB once again making his way the same way as he has done so far. Rieper setting up the bathroom as we speak, or rather I'm not speaking, but we'll see. And we'll see the electrocution kill here in just a moment. There it is. Once again. It's kind of funny how he electrocutes the perfect test subject too, but obviously him being in the box means he is not going to take damage from it. Now Rieper making his way across the block as the test subject means we'll have to be careful about these block guards, as he's obviously in a trespassing disguise. GLeB now clearing the block guards from up near the pipe where he wanted to do last time. See if he's more successful this time or not.
Command, it's me. Nothing worth wasting our time on. It's all good.
Rieper taking his time now with the walk guards here just to avoid them turning around on him. And we'll be going for the same homeless guy grab as he did last time. I don't like GLeB lagging, but that's not on this time. Rieper has actually got the researcher lady with the pistol shot this time, so he's gonna have to get her out of sight before going for the homeless person again. And yeah, GLeB is fairly choppy, but that should not be on me this time around. Oh, Reaper's got the other researcher. It will be a restart for him as well.
Okay, we have now switched over. Sparkle's stream has officially died, and the match is now continuing here at twitch.tv/TheTimeCube. So welcome in, everybody. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, morning, night, whenever you're watching this. And we have a fantastic match in Group B against Rieper versus GLeB. I sound a bit low. Or they sound a bit low. Me? I'm not sure why that would be the case. Oh, GLeB's got her going to the bridge there. If you don't know, if you medic Imogen at the top of the stairs, she goes to the bridge. She does not go to a toilet from that position, so you have to be very, very careful about when and where you medic her, because a lot of the time she doesn't go to a toilet. So you have to be pretty knowledgeable. And it's one of those kills that you really, really can't improvise. You have to have a strat kind of going down, going into a spin. I do like this homeless person grab from GLeB. Knows to throw the item at the back of the truck. I can't say I'm a fan of this electrocution kill on Rieper. It seems like a very time heavy setup. And it seems pretty dangerous. The body in the box is getting electrocuted. That's wonderful. If we're arguing who the worst admin is, it might be me. I think I've already claimed that title. I have to say I agree with Grary. I think satellite lure is very, very applicable here. It's still my go-to method of electrocution for Hush. Also, I apologize for my voice sounding a bit hoarse. It's a early morning for me, and I had a good evening of friendship last night and hanging out with people. Hitman horse, yep. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Oh, this is gonna go bad. Save it, Rieper, save it. Look at him go. Oh, what a beast. He did it.
Command! Okay, shit. This just got serious.
Meanwhile, GLeB is obtaining his board member, making his way to the block. He's gotten the kill on Hush at least once, from what I've seen, but has struggled with the imaging kill. And this is by far, bar none, the hardest imaging kill, I think.
Hey, mister.
I think drowning or loud, no knockout shotgun Imogen are the two hardest conditions.
Could you go see what that was?
Okay.
Yeah, GLeB's making his way up to the block. Rieper decided he's going to go for the OG homeless. Does showcase nicely by throwing at the back of the truck. If you throw at the front of the truck, you often get other NPCs, the one you don't want. So a small little minute detail there. How he gets back into the facility, I have no idea. Looks like he's going to go around. Did he already KO some sort of facility security? I must have missed that. Yeah, Gleb doing a bit of body cleanup right here. Wow, is that his strat? Is he going for a 2-drone now? No. Yeah, whatever that timing is, I am not sure. He sees it though. He's gonna go for it. He's looking at her. Wow. $17.38. All right, he is moving on. He's grabbing his imaging kill here. He's gonna medic her when she comes out the data core. And she will go to a very, very favorable position. From the Seeker Dart. Even uses a pistol distraction to keep Imogen in place a little longer to make the shot a bit nicer. Lines it up beautifully. He's in a very, very great position. I typically like to let Imogen's guard follow her because sometimes she goes into one toilet or the other, and it's nice when her guard opens the toilet for you. So, opens the door, excuse me, not the toilet.
Alex, bad. You okay?
There's no way you're getting through that door 47. It only opens for people with an authentic security clearance. The signal is encrypted.
Oh my, what a wild knockout from Rieper.
Can't hack it.
Jesus. If you are wondering how to do that a bit safer, her guard will turn to the right. You sneak in behind her, and then after you do the kill, you just do the same. You do a throw lure to bring him in, and then just KO him. So that was a bit sketchy from Rieper. There's definitely a lot of safer ways he could do that, but he did get it done. He's got an exit disguise here.
That's both targets down. I just need to override this and
I think this is why drowning is one of the hardest kills. And in order to do it efficiently, you have to get great timing, and number one, getting that timing is not always the easiest. And then there are many points that she can go to from the medic, and you have to know how to deal with each position. So that will be a 2-0 from Rieper. Well done in the end. A bit of a high IGT for a chong spin, but it was a hard spin. I must say, like Electrocution Hush is one of the harder kills for him. Usually requires more specialized strats. But yeah, Reaper, even though being maybe a little out of practice, I think hasn't played in too many tournaments, he is still showing that he can show up and complete hard spins. All right, and moving on, we have 3 minutes to Ambrose. After yesterday, I love this map. It was so good. I love it. Ambrose is a pick by Gleb. He's picking it for every map in the group stage. He's playing 7 of them. So he is loving it more than I am right now. I am saying I love it because I am gaslighting myself into liking it. But it's okay. Ambrose is a interesting map in the fact that there is usually kind of a standard approach where you emetic null, kill null, emetic akka, kill akka. There are some deviations to that. However, I think the things that make Ambrose pretty interesting are the accident kills. There's things like fire kills, things like falling objects or falls. So, and a lot of those strats are generally very specialized, and you have to know ahead of time kind of what approach you're going to go for. It's really hard to fashion them in the moment. But yeah, I think accident spins make Ambrose very, very interesting. I think sometimes with Ambrose, like loadout is also very tight, so it makes you kind of think pretty critically about what loadout you can use. Most of the time in Ambrose, you're bringing a seeker or you're bringing, and you're bringing a bomb to destroy the satellite. So that's already 2 of your loadout slots that are occupied right away in an Ambrose spin. So you have essentially like 2 loadout slots to deal with. Oh, Gleb is getting shot down. I do say I like Reaper's pre-loadout here a lot. Having the Seeker, having the pistol and the Trank, that's definitely my go-to. Trank speeds up the hippie tremendously. So if you get those weird hippie spins, it really, really helps. Pistol has some utility. And of course the Seeker and the bomb. Alright, and the spin is up. We're going to have Null Crest, Electrocution as Militia Soldier, and Akka with a Fiber Wire as an Engineer. So, accident spin can be interesting. There's a very, very quick way to do this. This kill on Null. However, again, it's really hard to fashion all of those things that quickly. So, my preference is to always just Seeker him once, and there's a puddle that he walks back through. So, and you just drop a taser in it, and he dies at like 145 or something. That's generally my go-to electrocution method. We're going to see a couple different variations of this Seeker shot on Null. Some players prefer to shoot it from behind the kitchen. Some players prefer to shoot it from the bush. I'm more of a kitchen guy. Any shrine starters in the chat? Are you gonna like snipe the lamp and snipe the water drum? Grab the soldier on the bridge right away?
Hey, much appreciated. Hey, buddy. You dropped something.
I didn't see GLeB's loadout too carefully here. If he brought a
I'm moving to investigate.
if he brought a taser, if he's planning on using the car battery fully to get this kill. I did see Rieper brought a taser, and he's obtaining his militia soldier disguise right now. I would have preferred him to use the other bush, because this bush is unsafe, in my opinion. Reaper did electrocute his puddle. So only a matter of time before Null Crest dies here for him. Gleb is a few seconds ahead in-game time, so he got his kill now. He's working on getting his Akka kill. Waiting for that pirate to pass on the roof there. He's going to medic her now, then go for his engineer.
That's Crest taken
I
care
hope Gleb isn't trying to KO. Yeah, Reaper's in a great position here. He has the disguise. Is just one a medic shot away. But he does have the pirate. Uh-oh. Sorry for the dogs outside. They're making a bunch of noise. Oh, no. Here, I'll close the window. I don't think that helped. Yeah, I got Luke in my basement. Reaper, a few seconds away from getting his kill.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
And does get the fiber wire, left a weapon for the guard, so he's just a quick run to his exit here. Gleb did get his...
satellite control unit.
Uh-oh. Gleb did get his disguise, but he has Akka, who is now finished her medic,
Pieces,
and she's in the...
satellite's no longer our problem.
now spotting him.
That's that. The rest will
So.
pick up the pieces. It's time to go for this.
Surely this is a rip from Gleb. And Reaper finishes. So that'll be 4-0 heading into the final map. Well done from Reaper. Oh, I am so glad I took this. Next we have Scale. What a day to be alive. I'm so glad everyone's here. If you don't know, Scale is the best map. So I'm glad everyone is here for it. Everyone loves Scale. There are no Scale haters in the community. So yeah, Scale is an amazing, amazing map. If a plane crashed into the penthouse, it'd be a good map. Hey, Moo, that's offensive. I'm American. Yeah, 2 minutes from Scale. Scale has definitely evolved a lot from how it used to be, especially with the addition of the no knockout condition a couple years ago. It's definitely forced the strategies to evolve, especially with some like new tech being more implemented, especially with phones. You know, you have your phone chains and phone lures and visual lures, all of it. So the phone has definitely unlocked this map quite a bit, I would say. I think Scale is a very, very tricky map to be great at. I think one of the trickiest aspects about Scale is sometimes the loadouts are very tight and you have to think very carefully about what that loadout is. Sometimes a specific spin is requiring a certain loadout. So you have to plan accordingly, plan very carefully, and if you miss one item in your loadout, it's a complete reset. So it's really hard to play certain spins without the right loadout. I would say Reaper's loadout is decent here. I'm a big fan of the Trank and the Smuggle and the Phone. I do like that he has some medic, but I would definitely prefer a Seeker in his pistol slot and another utility item. Anyways, the spin is here. We're going to have Zoe Washington with a Katana as an ARC member and Sophia Washington with a Scissors as a guard. So this is a quick spin. My first thoughts on seeing the spin is trying to get Zoe into the bathroom with an medic while grabbing the Katana, and then grabbing a guard to get the Katana. Because there's a guard right outside the bathroom that you medic her in.
Jeez.
Yep, Reaper in. Gleb is still making sure he's got everything in his loadout that he wants to get. Reaper did reset. Looks like he didn't get Zoe on the hook with the phone. Giving a small chance for Gleb to come back in here. He is looks like for a Katana to smuggle, but he seems like he's not sure if he can bring some sort of Katana or he has to find one on the map. Which, of course, he has to find one on the map, and he might be looking where that is right now. Reaper acquiring these 2 knockouts. Oh my. Oh no, Reaper. I feel his pain there with the mislock on. Gleb's done it. He's in with a plan. Reaper replanning. Besides, he wants a crowbar. Gleb looks a little unsure how to do this isolation. So we might be watching him struggle here a little bit.
Okay.
I see Reaper's playing here. Brought the second item to do a throw distraction.
Just heard something. I don't know. I'm gonna go check it out.
Yeah, Gleb is not having a good time with this ISO. Besides, a blue egg is going to solve all his problems. And a Seeker. Love to see what he does with that. Reaper showing us where the Katana is. Looks like he's climbing up this little railing to obtain some scissors that are in the room to the right. Decides he wants to go this way.
The council meeting. You know what it's about.
Lots of franticness on Reaper's side. He looks unsure about what specifically he wants to accomplish right now. Looks like he's going to opt for isolating Sophia with the radio. He does have both weapons and both disguises set, so this would make a lot of sense. Just getting this final isolation, then he can do both kills and exit. Reaper a few seconds away from KOing Sophia here. And Gleb is on his way to obtain... Oh no, Sophia was spotted. Who spotted her? Someone went in the bathroom. I didn't see what happened. Did he turn on like a sink or the radio in there or something? That was strange. Or like ring a phone or something. Are you cramming in everything before clock here or not time? I wouldn't go for well, I would, yeah. I'd be able to do it, I think. Get the emetic on Zoe, grab the katana, grab the disguise, grab the scissors. I could do it all.
Called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Reaper, a few seconds away from getting his last kill here. Gleb's struggling to get going, unfortunately, but sometimes that's the way this game goes, and I feel his pain.
Mr. Gray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
And Reaper on his way to an exit.
He's not likely to come quietly. Unless you get your hands...
Is gonna grab the elite.
Yes, that might just work.
Yeah, definitely the best disguise on the map. He should have had no issues getting out with the guard disguise that he was wearing, but this will make sure he has no issues whatsoever. So, I don't hate the decision. Very smart gameplay by Reaper. And GG's, that'll be a 6-0. Yeah, little bit of hiccups through China. Again, it was definitely a very hard spin. Reaper made relatively quick work of the Ambrose, and then took a second to get going on scale, but then once he was going, he was flying. So yeah, definitely a good showing from Reaper. Gleb, you had a tough match. There's a reason Reaper is an RR finalist. He's been podium or near podium several times throughout his RR career. Definitely someone you don't want to be seeing on the other side of a match. So, all right, GG's to both players. We're gonna move on to the brackets. If I can figure this out. Oh my God, look at me go! I did it. That was Group B. Boom. And that is going to put Reaper on 12 points after 2 matches, so 100% win rate. He's still plenty of matches to play, but he's putting himself in a very good position. Meanwhile, Gleb is 7 points after 5 games. I can say it's not looking very good for him, but maybe if all the stars align, he'll be able to create enough points from his next 2 games. Channel 6 points after one match, so 100% win rate. He is off to a good start. Myself, same, off to a good start. Pack 4 points after 1 match is also a great result. So he is trying to get all the points he can get. Frank is 1 point after two matches, so not the most flying start, but it's still plenty of roulette for him to play to obtain these points. Alf and welfare checks 0 and 0. We're gonna have some talks with these guys because there are no points on the board for them. That is not acceptable. All right, And we are moving on to the upcoming matches. And in about 15 minutes, we're going to have Denomos versus some random person, Mendoza and San Fortuna. Oh, what a beautiful map pool. I hope they have scale RNG. That would just be the most perfect map pool I've ever seen in my life. We're going to have Eyes versus Para. A little bit later, they're playing Dubai and Paris. Alf finally on the board. Alf and GLeBaLK. Berlin and Ambrose. Also a little bit later, Quati and Osh. Colorado and Ambrose. Lots of Ambrose. And for fun and Chris. Oh, what a match. I'll be around for that. That's in 2 hours. New York and Berlin. I think those picks make a lot of sense for those players. And then a couple more matches later today. So stay tuned for high octane roulette gameplay. I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.